Okay, good afternoon. I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of the Board of Public Works. Roll call.
Val Gomez,
Present.
Douglas Powers,
Present.
Weena Guzman.
Present.
Okay, next on our agenda, we have the minutes of the regular meeting of May 26, 2021. Entertain a motion to approve as written.
Second.
So moved. Well, no. Did you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
Is
So my
a
apologies.
motion to approve.
So you
Mr.
second.
Powers, second.
Second. Yep.
Roll call.
Val Gomez,
Yes.
Douglas Powers,
Yes.
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, we move on to new business. First item on our agenda, we have nominations for vice president. The reason because our previous commissioner, Mr. William Allen, is no longer a member. Our new member is Mr. Doug Powers. So we have nominations for vice president open on the floor. Any nominations for
It's up to you.
vice president? I'd like to nominate Weena Guzman. Sorry, I'm always,
I'll second that.
okay. Any other nominations? And make a motion, we accept the nomination for Weena Guzman. I think we make a motion.
Yeah, you.
Roll call?
Yeah.
A roll call vote for
Val Gomez
yes.
and Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Okay,
Weena
congrat-
Guzman.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Val.
Okay. Okay, now we're going to move on to our new business agendas. Our number one item is from IT. We have a letter from IT Director Kevin Klosak. Can you please add the following to next Board of Works meeting? Please consider the items listed in this document to be deemed surplus so that we can advertise and place on auction at the public surplus auction site. The PCs are no longer supported by Microsoft or HP and are no longer serviceable, and as a result are of no value to the city. Photos have been attached to this document displaying the items defined in the previous paragraph. Please consider the request to properly deem all items as surplus so that we can proceed accordingly. And he has provided photographs and a list of the items of these and the serial numbers. Are there any questions or comments on this proposal?
No.
None.
There be no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve IT's request to list the aforementioned listed properties as surplus so they can be advertised for auction.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
Douglas Powers,
Yes.
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, next we have 2021 PD damaged vehicles from Public Works. We have, dear board members, attached you will find a description of ECPD vehicle number 104. It has major body damage. The vehicle has been deemed a total loss by Mako collision. All of the special police equipment and decals have been removed from the vehicle. I am asking the below attached vehicle be deemed surplus. Please contact me if you have any questions. Jalen Robinson. Also, we have an attached document from the PD where the chief has signed off on it. The vehicle transfer from PD to Public Works, Jalen Robinson. And we also have the vehicle, the Ford, its vehicle number is 104, 2016 Ford Explorer, VIN number 1FM5K8A8GGD05304. And they do have their advertisement in case after we approve for their online auction. Any questions or comments on this request?
None.
No.
There be no further questions or comments, or entertain a motion to approve a request from Public Works to deem the aforementioned vehicle as no longer a viable vehicle and to be able to auction it off.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, next we have Schindler Elevator Corporation. This is from Public Works, an upgrade order agreement. Schindler hereby proposes to furnish and install the following with respect to the equipment located at the above building, which the above building is City Hall. The Schindler crew consists of a mechanic and an adjuster will be on site to begin assessment of the fire service operation as is currently not operating properly. In the event additional labor and materials not included in this proposal are needed to complete the repairs, a separate proposal will be provided. Right now, they're quoting us a price of $6,250. And the city controller, I was aware that we had an issue with that, with the fire service equipment for that elevator. And we do have to get it repaired for it to pass inspection. Any other questions or comments?
No.
No.
There be no other further questions or comments, entertain a motion, we approve Schindler Elevator Corporation's proposal for City Hall elevator in the amount of $6,250.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, next item on our agenda is Resolution 2021-74. Resolution of Chicago Board of Public Works establishing the terms and conditions for the transfer of certain properties owned by the City of Chicago to the Department of Redevelopment, which properties are commonly known as 1909 Broadway, 1911 Broadway, 1805 Broadway, 1815 Broadway, 1811 Broadway, 1817 through 19 Broadway, 1709 through 01 Broadway, and 1713 through 1717 Broadway. Whereas IC 36-1-11 prescribes the manner of disposal and conveyance of real property by political subdivisions, including municipal departments. And whereas IC 36-1-11-8 provides that such entities may transfer or exchange property on terms and conditions and for $0 consideration, now therefore be resolved by the Board of Public Works of the City of Chicago that the City of Chicago should convey and transfer for $0 consideration the above described real estate as particularly described on the attached quitclaim deeds to the Department of Redevelopment. Be it resolved further that the board president be and is hereby authorized to execute deeds substantially conforming to the documents attached, conveying such property to the Department of Redevelopment, along with the appropriate sales disclosure forms. Any questions or comments on Resolution 2021-73 concerning the transfer of property to redevelopment?
No.
So I do have one. Have we been able to verify that all of these properties are owned by the City of East Chicago that are listed on this resolution?
They were given to us by the building department as owned by the city.
And
Okay.
I looked them up too, so just.
Okay.
They had documents that indicated to you,
I've got nothing further.
but I rely on, I don't independently verify.
Okay.
And I rely on the building department, but they're trying to get properties that they own, the city owns that, to the Department of Redevelopment because of the more flexible laws for redevelopment.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other comments or questions?
None.
No.
There be no further questions or comments, or entertain a motion to approve City of East Chicago Board of Public Works Resolution Number 2021-73.
So I made one point, Mr. Chairman. I was told there are about 50 properties
Yes.
that are to be transferred And I told him to let's do about 10, if he's aimed for, if he can, at each of these meetings rather than.
Well, I appreciate that a lot, 'cause I get tongue-tied reading all these things here. Thank you. Okay, so,
So moved.
Second.
roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, next we have City of Chicago Board of Public Works, resolution number 2021-74. Resolution Chicago Board of Public Works establishing terms and conditions for the transfer of certain properties owned by the City of Chicago to the Department of Redevelopment, which properties are commonly known as 3719 Main Street. Whereas IC 36-1-11 prescribes the manner of disposal and conveyance of real property by political subdivisions, including municipal departments, and whereas IC 36-1-11-8 provides that such entities may transfer or exchange property on terms and conditions for $0 consideration, and now therefore be resolved by the Board of Public Works of East Chicago that the City of East Chicago shall convey and transfer for $0 consideration the above described real estate as particularly described on the attached quitclaim deed to the Department of Redevelopment. Be it further resolved that the Board President be and is hereby authorized to execute deeds substantially conforming to the documents attached, conveying such property to the Department of Redevelopment, along with the appropriate sales disclosure forms. Any questions or comments on Resolution 2021-74?
No.
Do we have an updated resolution with new names on it? 'Cause I know the last one. Oh, it is? Oh,
We did
okay.
catch
Perfect.
that.
Thank
The
you.
one that we're going to
Yep.
sign does have the names.
Perfect.
If you see
Nothing further.
anything else during the meeting, it's
Will
been
do.
changed already.
Perfect. No further questions.
Okay. Entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, now we come to Resolution 2021-75. I hope I pronounce this properly. Shariti Kandelwan. Did I pronounce that right?
Shruti Kandewal.
Okay, what Doug said. Okay, the resolution of Chicago Board of Public Works approving the agreement between Shariti Kandelwan for urban planning and design consulting services. Whereas Shariti Kandelwan is an experienced urban designer and architect and has submitted the attached proposal to perform urban design and consulting services described in the attached proposed agreement for the fees detailed therein for an amount not to exceed $10,000. Not to exceed $10,000. Whereas Kandawal will provide reports and provide her work product to the city by its chief of staff and the Board of Public Works. And whereas she has made the city aware of her relationship to the city planner Doug Powers, who is her spouse, and that the city is in the belief that this will not represent a conflict of interest which will hinder the agreement or be determined to the city. And now therefore be resolved by the Board of Public Works of the City of Chicago that the attached agreement between the city and Shariti Kandawa for fees not to exceed $10,000 for special urban design, planning, and consulting work is hereby approved, and the board president is hereby authorized to accept a proposal substantially confirming to the attached. Are there any questions or comments on Resolution 2021-75? I have a question, Attorney Morgan. So by having this in a resolution, there is no conflict with the state statute or?
Well, so she'll report to the chief of staff,
Mhm.
and the reports that she does will be given to the chief of staff and to the board. Mr. Powers is recusing himself from the vote, so So with that, it doesn't violate state law. The state law prevents relatives from being in a direct line with
Mhm.
reporters of one another. And it's also, the statute makes any potential conflict of interest, you have to reveal it to family. So with those two things, I think it really complies with the state law.
I know it says you provide your work product to the city by its chief of staff and the Board of Public Works. Since Doug is on the Board of Works, should that be
No,
changed,
because-
or
Well, he's accusing himself.
from the vote, should he recuse himself anytime she submits something then to the board?
So if the board needs to take any action on it,
Mhm.
then he would recuse himself from the vote for us to do that.
So basically, for her day-to-day work, that'd be strictly with Sandra then? Okay.
If you feel more comfortable, I can make the language more precise on that. If you want to do a conditional approval, and then I'll just make it clear in the resolution and the contract, there's, no reporting at all.
Okay, I just caught that when I was reading it, so I didn't know. I knew that she would report to Sandra, but I didn't know what capacity she would report to the board.
When I initially wrote it,
Mhm.
he wasn't on the board when it came, so I didn't think that.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I can,
Well, if you don't have to, I was just curious, how it reads right here, so. Unless in the event she brought something, then you could just, just abstain from, that would cover it, so. Any other comments or questions?
there is a conflict of interest form that, again, I don't believe that he has a conflict of interest, but I'll get you the form and just fill it out.
Mhm.
Just reveal there's this relationship that he doesn't have any, he's not exercising any, control over her contract or whatever.
Okay,
I'll work with him individually on that.
okay. Any other questions or comments?
Just on the compensation, I know under compensation, the proposal that was submitted, I know it probably exceeds, if you call it, exceeds the 10,000, so.
I should have mentioned, I discussed it with Ms. Morgan before the meeting, and there is some adjustment to that she let me know about. And if you want to say something.
The proposal would have taken to at least 11,500, plus the other was billed at 80 an hour. The contract though reduces a certain amount so that it comes under the $10,000 cap.
Okay.
So the proposal and the contract, the figures don't exactly match the contract, which states 10,000 max, and the resolution.
Resolution, so,
That's what controls, that's what has the power.
Okay.
The proposal is just FYI,
Okay,
so she can't exceed the $10,000.
yes.
without prior approval.
Yeah. Okay, any other questions or comments?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain the motion to approve resolution number 2021-75 and the accompanying contract for professional services between the City of East Chicago and Ms. Condewa. Okay,
I'm going to second that.
I'll make the motion. You second?
Yes.
Okay, roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Douglas Powers.
Abstain.
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay. Next, we have contract for professional services between the City of East Chicago and Royalty Construction for project management for the rehabilitation of the Levin Building. This is a proposal not to exceed $90,000. Ms. Morgan, so basically, the city's entering into an agreement. I think we acquired the Levin Building and we're going to rehab this building.
That's correct.
And
The city wants to do professional services contract whereby Royalty Construction will oversee the project management and some construction services, so we have still the group, with the Major League Robotics Company. Mr. Collins, do you have more detail on the issues that need to be addressed?
So,
This is
yeah.
a proposal to
No, you're absolutely right. I think right now the primary concern is maintaining the structure's safety and integrity. So the tie downs along with the roof, getting those issues resolved, so that way further recommendations and proposals can be made on what the final product is going to be. But we just got to make sure that it's secured. So a year or two from now, we're not potentially having to demo the property.
Okay. Similar to the experience we had with the Fitzsimmons building, where we first thought we could rehab it, and next thing we had to do was demo it after several years of attempting to.
This company has had success with the old PNC Bank building, which had similar roof problems while we lived there.
Mhm.
And, so we're hoping that we'll repeat that success.
Okay.
Beautiful facade as well.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we said about Fitzsimmons too.
Well,
Okay,
and I
I'm
know
not
the
gonna-
previous, report we had too from the architectural firm a few years ago, this building showed the most promise and potential for rehab and upkeeping. So it doesn't surprise me that, they're saying that it's worth keeping. We can just do this to make it safe.
Okay. Any other questions or comments?
None.
There being no further questions or comments, entertain a motion to approve the contract for professional services between the City of East Chicago and Royalty Construction for project management for rehabilitation of the Levin Building, which is at 3729 Main Street, at an amount not to exceed $90,000.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
Douglas Powers,
Yes.
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay. Next we have, in the building department, we have 3 contracts with Safe Environmental Corporation, Northwest Indiana Environmental, and M&O Environmental Company. Last meeting, the building department director, James Portello, he gave us his recommendation for these 3. Today he's asking us to approve the contracts. So, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the contracts for asbestos removal with Safe Environmental, Northwest Indiana Environmental, and M&O Environmental Company for asbestos remediation. And these were awarded at our, I believe, May 26th meeting. Any questions or comments?
No.
I just have one. So, what's the reason for the different contracts? Are they different parts of the city that
They're
these are being
different,
done
they
in,
were,
or-
they're actually different locations also.
Okay. Yeah, I have nothing further.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve at the request of James Portello, Building Director, his recommendation on these contracts for these 3 companies.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
Douglas Powers,
Yes.
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, next we have from Garrett, we have change orders 5 through 7 for Block Stadium. Let's see. Number 5 is for additional painting scope of work in the amount of $7,480. Number 6 is for removal of unsuitable soil, duct banks, foundations on the visitor side. That's a total of $26,823. Number 7 is installed drain and piping into existing roof downspout underneath an ADA ramp on the home side for a total of $1,323. And these are all for improvements to the Block Stadium Phase 5. The contractor is Garrett Corporation at 3965 Harrison Street out of Gary, Indiana. Are there any questions or comments on change order 5 through number 7?
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve change orders from Garrett, number 5 through 7, for the Block Stadium Phase 5 improvements. Change orders 5 through 7 aforementioned.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, next we have an outstanding invoice. This is from engineering. This is from Geocon Professional Services. And explanation from engineer, this is, there's one invoice dated 3/18/2021, in the amount of $1,500. Explanation from engineering department is that they received the invoice on time. However, we were waiting for funds to be allocated. Services have been rendered and invoice should be processed. Any questions or comments on this late invoice?
No.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve payment to Geocon for their work for engineering in the amount of $1,500.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes.
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, next we have from Hassey Constructions, change orders number 23 and 24. These are for the Guthrie Street project. Change order number 23. It's an amount of $7,980. And this is in order to prevent any possibility of not reconnecting an active sanitary lateral on newly lined sewers. Hassey requested the city to open all sewer laterals in the vicinity of where their homes and business. This will result in an increase in quantity. Hassey is also modifying the unit price to better reflect the actual cost to perform this work. Okay, so it's for sewer lateral reconnect. The amount is, so the total net change of this change order is $7,980.
So this is currently a project that had already been bid out, and it appears they're showing that about $8,000 difference, and this is what their recommendation is
Right.
on how to handle this property.
So they're asking for this additional work. Any questions or comments on change order number 23?
No.
No.
There being no further questions or comments, I entertain a motion to approve change order number 3 for the Guthrie Street reconstruction project in the amount of $7,980.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, now we have change order number 24, also for the Guthrie Street reconstruction project. This change order, the net change will be $9,701.80. Description of the work: during the sanitary sewer lining process, a portion of the existing clay tile sanitary sewer collapsed along Guthrie Street. Hassey Construction Company promptly made a point repair to the existing sewer so that the sewer line could continue. This work was tracked under time and materials, and the supporting documentation is attached. So this is a result of a sewer collapse during the work. Any questions or comments?
No.
Yeah, the only question I have is if this isn't something that they thought could have happened with this project, but I don't believe there's anyone
No,
here to answer that, so.
no, and by the description,
Yeah.
I believe it occurred while they were doing the work.
I have nothing.
So, and we don't have an additional comment from the city engineer, right?
No.
So, I think we have enough information to
Yeah.
make a motion. Any other questions or comments?
No.
I'd like to make a motion, entertain a motion for approving change order number 24 for the Guthrie Street reconstruction project in the amount of $9,701.80.
Second. Did you make a motion?
No, so I entertain a motion.
Oh.
You made the motion?
Oh,
Doug?
second.
Second? Okay, roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Next, we have right-of-way applications from Engineering Department. We have Board of Public Works permit applications number 21-03939 through 21-0394. Are there any questions or comments on these work permit applications?
No.
There be no further questions or comments, entertain a motion to approve the aforementioned Board of Public Works permit applications.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez.
Yes?
Douglas Powers.
Yes.
Weena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay. Yes?
One of the issues is that Mr. Powers received from the fire officer.
You want me to talk about that?
Yeah, he was just.
Let me conclude new business, we'll go to other business.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, that concludes new business, we'll move on to other business. Is there any other business, commissioners, which wish to discuss?
So absolutely. I don't know if you've had the opportunity to look at this, but we recently had hired a new compliance officer who is going through the various phases of the EJ Block Stadium project, and I can forward these documents to you as well. I'll pass them so you can have a look. But basically, he's went through and verified what the actual. I'll just pass one to you for now. So you each have different phases here, and this is showing, what the actual, potential damages are for the residency, along with the minority as well, on the table below. And if you look at the bottom, he actually has what, the total damages are. There's additional supplemental information there, but we've been able to verify that these are, the actual, the damages for phase 1 through 3 on the lack of compliance with meeting the contract that they proposed to the Board of Public Works.
Now, my understanding is you want this entered into the record, or is our new compliance officer going to bring this at the next meeting? Or
So, you want to speak there?
Well, the norm had been that the previous compliance officer supplied copies of
Mhm.
the bail issue in the record. But, I think we should do the same thing in this case, it's just acknowledge receipt of it.
Yes, because,
And just,
a motion isn't necessary, we just enter it into the record. Okay,
And I'll forward electronic copies as well, so, we can have those too.
okay, so we could add those to the minutes then. Okay. Do we usually forward them to, do you usually get, no, okay. Okay, any other questions or comments? Okay, then, so we will put this into the record. I'll give Olga this copy, and you're going to send it electronically to
Yeah,
Olga?
we'll give her all three,
Okay.
and I'll send it electronically as well.
Okay, let me just give you this one. Okay, is there any other business? There be no other further business, and our next regular meeting will be Wednesday, June 23rd at 4:30 PM. As that concludes our agenda for tonight, entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Val Gomez,
Yes?
Douglas Powers,
Yes.
Rena Guzman.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Oh, does that mean it's real hot in here?
Oh, it's been warm in here too.
It's like the air, oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so then what happens is.
It's like they turned the air off or something. Yeah, I don't even feel the air.
They originally.
Okay, I would like to call to order the regular meeting of the Board of Public Safety, June 9th, 2021. May we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and face the flags over here today. Pledge allegiance. You may be seated. May we have the roll call, please?
Milton Reed,
Here.
Richard Chemzinski.
Here.
Thomas Davis.
Here. Okay, may we have a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes from May 26, 2021?
I make a motion.
Is there a second?
Second,
It's been moved and properly second. Are there any questions?
and none.
Hearing no questions, may we take a vote? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion carries. All right, there is no correspondence in front of us. New business, is there a motion to accept the reports from the fire department?
I make a motion.
Second,
It's been moved and properly second. Are there any questions?
I have none on.
Hearing no questions, we'll take a vote. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, there is no audience for participation here, and it seems like there's nothing else on the agenda. We will have our regular meeting Wednesday, June 23rd at 5:30 p.m. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So move.
I second.
It's been moved and properly second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. All right, meeting is adjourned.